So this video may be more chaotic than I would like, but let's do this. So sometimes I feel like we're told so often that we need a why to anchor us to something that we want to do, that we're trying to do. That's what's going to keep us consistent, keep us motivated, keep us moving. But what happens when your why is no longer working? What do you do then? Let's talk about it. That's what I want to explore with you today because this is my real life. And in my real life, I'd really like to, in my mind, just be really on my movement kick, move my body, wake up my lymphatic system, do the things that I'm supposed to do to be like fit and have endurance and stamina. It's very important for a woman like me in my 40s after having children. Like, I need to get it together. I need to get my core together. There's so many things that I need to get together. And I have been, I've had seasons of consistency similar to this one. I told you guys I was walking every day, rain or shine, 18 degrees, not feeling well, what have you, walking in my neighborhood every single day for like 3 months, maybe almost four, or something like that. And then I fell off. I fell off hard. I'm like, I go hard and then I fall off hard. And I can do things. I set a goal and I can do them. Like, I'm gonna show up not live, but I'm gonna show up here every day on YouTube for 100 days, which somebody was like, wow, that's crazy. But that's what I'm doing. Like, I walked for over 90 days. I think I started with like, I'm gonna do 30 days, and I did it, and then I just kept adding. And for me, my initial health why, like when I was walking, I had just had Zen. I was in a state of grief. I needed something for me. I needed something meditative. I wanted to drop in and feel like myself in my body again because I did not. And nursing was amazing, but doesn't necessarily help that because my whole body feels like it's at the beck and call of a tiny human, which it is. This is true. And so I needed something that was my own. I needed kind of a meditative thing. I wanted movement in my body, and I wanted to do the simplest thing possible because I wasn't going to anybody's gym, and that was walking. And I didn't even want to have to drive to a nice place to walk or a nice trail. And so I just walked my neighborhood for days on end every single day. And I had my why, and that did anchor me. I was like, I want to drop into my body. I want to get that movement going. This is the best I can think of. And oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Wow. See, I told you this would be a little bit unhinged today. It's not you. You're not boring me. It's me. It's life. It's a lack of oxygen, although I'm outside, so that seems wild. Yeah. So back to what I was saying. I I had the why then, and I was doing the thing, and now I don't know, that same why it should work. Like, I still want to drop into my body. I want to be healthier. I know how important up here, I know how important it is for me in this age so that I can be able to move and in my later years, it starts now. And what's crazy for me is that I pick the lowest hanging fruit, meaning I do the simplest thing that I can do to get started. And I need to do that again. But I'm so inconsistent in this season. Like, I'm so in and out. I'm not really committing like I have. And I understand that sometimes the reason is burnout, right? We're burnt out, we're tired of the thing. I don't think this is the case because, again, low hanging fruit. So, what is the new why? I think it's important for us to remember that sometimes we've got to chuck the old why and come up with a new why. There's a new reason as to why you are motivated to do something. What motivated you 3 years ago is not the same thing that's motivating you now, and that's okay. It's in the awareness of knowing that it's not working and it's not motivating, it's not helpful now, that allows us to make the shift. Why do I want to get fit in this? And when I say fit, I mean exercise, movement, feel good in my body, energy, stamina, endurance, strength, that kind of thing. Why is that important right now? And I'm watching my girlies, friends on Instagram doing big things. Shout out to Ashley and Nikki, okay? Out here just, I forgot the run that y'all did, or that like the obstacle course kind of run. I don't remember, but I was like watching the whole thing in awe, like, girls, y'all trained for this? You stretched for this? You completed this? That's amazing. It's amazing what our bodies can do. And as a mom, I'm like, I know what my body can do. My body already did amazing things a few times. And so I'm like, I can do this. But right now, I am walking because I don't have a car. And I live in a city. And if I want to get places, I can take an Uber, but a lot of places I'm going to walk. Walk my daughter to her art class today, walked her back home, and got to go to the grocery store, to the dentist. I walk. So that's good. I am getting some movement in my body. I know it's not enough. I can tell by my energy level it's not enough. When I was working out 5 to 6 days a week, which I was doing religiously at some point, home workouts, again, low hanging fruit, and only about at most 35 minutes for the workout. And I probably do a 10 to 15-minute stretch before. But I was like, when I was doing that, I felt so good in my body. I felt like I can do other things. The reason why I even got into working out at home, lifting weights, weightlifting, which I was very intimidated by at some point in my life, doing the weights and all the things. The reason why I got into that is because I was walking every day. And walking every day had me think like I can do these exercises. I felt it. And honestly, I'm chasing that feeling. I sound a little bit like I have a problem, but I am. I think if I think about my current why, I'm chasing the feeling that I had in my body, the knowing that I felt better in my body. I think is more motivating to me right now than anything else, because I do have a desire to feel more strength and endurance and stamina in my body on a regular basis. So that might have to be my new why. I'm really working this out in real time with you. Again, why I said this video is probably one of my more chaotic ones. I definitely worked some things out with you guys, but this one I'm not stumped. But if you exercise or if you're embarking upon a new journey, let me know in the comments what motivated you. What's your reason? What's your why, as they would say, to kind of keep going? Because movement and exercise has been one of those things that um, I've always struggled with in terms of being consistent over a lifetime. I'm consistent for a period. I have seasons of consistency, but over a lifetime, ideally, working that into your lifestyle as much as you take a shower or brush your teeth, you know that you're going to work out intentionally. You're going to do some strength training. You're going to jump some rope, which I actually enjoyed. And that brings me to the other thing, joy. I know that I've never been one to go to the gym because I don't enjoy it. I know that I enjoy taking dance classes because it is a form of exercise, but it's fun. And so I enjoy it. I actually even enjoy the home workouts that I do because I like the instructor. I like how encouraging and motivating she is. And I like that I feel a sense of accomplishment after I'm done with one of her workout videos. Cool. Great. But I mean, I still fall off the wagon and I don't want to anymore. And so, what's the lowest hanging fruit for me right now when it comes to joy? I enjoy jumping rope, I enjoy dancing. I actually do enjoy walking, even though I was a little sluggish earlier today because I was tired walking my daughter back from art class. But see, that's what I'm saying. I'm tired. On at night, in the morning, I'm like, when can I fit this in? When can I fold this in? But there is no perfect time. There is no perfect time. So I just have to jump in. I just have to jump in the deep end and decide when I'm going to start. I remember this, I don't know if it was a bumper sticker or just a sticker that I saw, but what it said stuck with me. And it said, um, not, it might have been an Instagram post, not someday, but day one. Or not one day, right? Not one day, but day one. And I was like, yes, that's how I started walking. That was one of the quotes I think I saw on Instagram before I started walking every day, like just day one. And then I started chronicling day 2, 3, 4. And I shared with that with you guys on the channel what that journey was like. But Now I'm like, I want a new journey that involves the things that I need. I am fear can be a really powerful motivator, whether we like it to or not. I am afraid that I'm going to get to a certain age, God willing, that I even get to that age, and perhaps my knees or my hips or my back just don't give me a sense of mobility and freedom like they once did. And there's so much more life you maybe want to live, and yet you're like, oh, but my knees and my back won't let me live my life. And I don't want that for myself. But that starts, I know now. So what motivates me might be the fear. I might have to lean into don't be afraid to um don't be afraid, or maybe be afraid. Be a little bit afraid of what could happen if you don't do this thing. Sometimes it's hard to be afraid of future self because you're like, that hasn't happened yet, right? It's whatever. But no, I don't want to be afraid of I don't want to be afraid of a lot of things, but I maybe need a healthy amount of fear of like, if you don't want them to happen to you, girl, if you're afraid that's going to happen to you, you better, hop on that treadmill. You better lift those weights. You better, do those steps, step hop 1, 2, 3, get that cardio in, get that strength training in. Um, but yeah, if I had to articulate not wanting to end up immobile or have my body not match my energy or my mental, my brain, and wanting to chase the feeling that I had because it felt so good to really care for my body regularly and to see what my body can do. Sometimes I'm surprised, like, ooh, okay, she can do that. Okay. I'm grateful to my body for everything that it has been able to give me, and that it still gives me in grounding myself, and um I want to start again. I want a day one again. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. This is this is like my chaotic accountability video. Um because I do want that for myself. I do deserve that. I do need it, and that means I have to put in the work. So, yeah, I'm already walking. Love that for me. But yeah, getting back into my home workouts for strength and cardio and core. I have a specific core exercise that I can be doing, and jumping rope. I'm nervous that I've lost the endurance that I built with jumping rope. My goal is to have 100 jumps. When I jump, the goal is 100 jumps straight, but I do 4 sets of 25 and take a break, a small little, breathe break between each set. And my goal is to be able to jump rope 100 times without stopping. That's how I'm working on my stamina, my endurance, and how I'm working up my lymphatic system. So, yeah, sometimes we just need to reorientate our why. Sometimes we need to tweak it. Sometimes we need to think about whether or not we have a new why, something else in this season that's anchoring us because the old isn't working. And so we get to find out what does, which is pretty amazing. So, thank you for watching. If you made it this far on the video, roll call. Okay, let me know you're here. Say hey down below, and let me say hey back. Let me know who's behind these arbitrary numbers they've been giving to me. Whether you stayed for the whole thing, like now, or you dipped in and out, but you wouldn't know to do that. So I just hope that my dippers still will say hey down in the comments. Just let me know that you're here. All right. I'm Ani Aisha, and I'm here making videos to remind us to stay connected to yourself, to your partner, and to creating the life that you deserve, that you want, and that feels good to you. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow.